right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe.
That's right.
May you brothers endure until the end. This is a GMS Louisiana Saints camp with another sit down. And the topic we're going to be getting into is enduring all things in this truth, whether it be a physical ailment or a mental ailment, because it all comes with the job, and we should actually be glorifying in it. Because think about it like a video game. If you're going and there are enemies in your path, then that means you're going in the right direction.
Right.
If wherever you're going there aren't any bit of adversity, then you're doing something wrong. You might want to reevaluate things. And we're in the same stead as the prophets before us were in, because through the reincarnation we are the prophets, but nobody knows until the end who's who or if we're even going to be saved. So until then, we just need to endure everything like a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That's right.
But we're going to... Do you have anything to say?
Oh, no.
But we're going to start things off with 2 Corinthians 11, verse 24 to 27, just to show some of the things the prophets in the past went through. And if you're not catching that much hell right now, expect to catch a lot of hell. For all of us to expect to catch a lot of hell during Jacob's trouble, because we're going to be tried like never before in our entire lives, to be refined as gold, because these times are going to be worse than any other time in history, worse than the times of Noah. So
That's right.
Right now we just got to be building up the spirit as much as we can and enduring all hardships.
That's right. And it says, 2 Corinthians 11 and 24, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, saved 1.
And this is the Apostle Paul speaking of all the calamities that befell him while he was out there ministering, pushing this truth, just to show again, anything that's coming at you right now is just all part of the job.
It says, thrice was I beaten with rods, once was I stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep.
And I'm sure a lot of Jakes out there haven't had any calamities like that happen to them. I mean, there have been Jakes in this truth that have been shot and stabbed, but that was probably more than likely before the truth that happened. But even if it happens to you during the truth, that's no reason for you to take your hand off the plow.
That's right. It says, in journeying, often in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen.
Those 2/3 going against him back then, they're back here today in the same lot going against us.
It says, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren.
That seems like a precursor to what we're going to go through during Jacob's trouble.
Right.
In perils by our own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the cities, in the countryside, in the wilderness, what have you. But still, again, you just got to endure it and expect these things to befall you.
Well, if I can say, the scriptures is letting you know. So if the scriptures is letting you know, you shouldn't be oblivious when the time comes, man. You should be well understood.
You shouldn't be like these dildo head Americans out here. I just saw a news article where it said America's on the brink of war with Iran, apocalyptic war, and most Americans are oblivious to it.
Man.
And you know how scary of a sight that is? We know all these things are coming, but can you imagine not to know these things are coming, and then they all just hit you like a hammer? So you definitely got a leg up. So really, you shouldn't be complaining. Because as it says also in the scriptures, Yahweh Shai was beaten beyond recognition. And like anything we're going through in compared to that. So you just got to soldier up. You got to pull up your pants and get rid of the childish things.
You got to take it on the chin.
Be a man.
Right. You got to take it on the chin.
And we're not trying to be over-righteous or anything like that. Because like we haven't had any of these major calamities befall us. But we just got to... We still got to preach about it and exhort the brothers to get this.
Once again, if you don't mind me saying, once again, the Lord and the scriptures in the spirit, they're letting us know what's going to happen. We can't sit up here and be like, well, I hope it don't happen to me. We just got to expect things to happen. You got to expect the worst. before it get to good, man. You know? Of course, we chilling right now. We doing videos. Everything is okay. But when that pressure come, it ain't time to get shooken. It's time to rise up, man. It's got to rise up in the spirit, man. You know? It says, in weariness, 27, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in feast and fasting often, in cold and nakedness.
So jump to 2 Corinthians 12 and 7.
I got you. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7. It says, at least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messengers of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure.
And as it says in the scriptures, knowledge puffeth up. So a lot of these things that plague you, whether they be physical ailments or mental ailments, are just to keep you humble, because the Most High is actually showing mercy to you. Because look at these reprobates out here that had the knowledge puffeth them up, and they thought they were better than the elders. Now they're out there with their own camps preaching just madness, even if they're still out there.
You know what it is? They got their ass in a breeze. Because they ain't doing the right thing the Heavenly Father wanted them to do. So other than that, man, you just out here like a leaf in the wind, man. If you ain't doing what the Lord wants you to do, what are you doing? All that's going to play a part in the time of judgment, man. In a time where, in a time where putting all this effort into the Heavenly Father and not going to play a very pivotal part in if the Heavenly Father allow you to be put in a good position or a bad position.
I mean, just like it says in the scriptures, like you discipline your child with the rod to send him in the right way. That's what the Most High is doing to you, because because the knowledge we have is the truth of reality. It answers every questions that anybody ever had. So naturally, again, knowledge is going to puffeth up, so you can start to get the feeling about yourself some way.
Right.
The Most High, like a good father, will chasten you to keep you humble and to keep you in this truth, so you don't end up like these reprobates out here. Because one by one, we're seeing them start to fall apart, from the little ones first all the way up to the big ones now. The little ones aren't showing up out there anymore pushing this word, and the big ones, their organizations are beginning to fall apart.
Don't nobody believe in IUIC no more, man. Like, Nate may still have his congregation, but the Lord is showing how wicked that whole situation is, man. You know? And they're not going to be ready for these calamities, man. Because you see, the people that teach these the teachers that teach this word properly, or the elders, apostles, of Great Millstone, man, they get us ready for that pressure, that real pressure. Nate want those people over there to be coddled, man, pacified, man. Everything's gonna be all right.
And just look at the differences in our situation. Look at our garments compared to their garments. This is a humble attire we wear.
Sackcloth.
We're not paying $500 for some combat boots and some gold and purple garments. And look at what they're doing over there. You can clearly see the knowledge just puffeth them up. They're having marriages.
That's right.
They're having cookouts.
That's right.
They're having their women come out to the camps and have a good old time.
Rap battles.
$500 to $1,000 Passovers. Or what are the true men?
What's the benefits in that? All that's going to do is make you comfortable. All that puts you in a position to do is look for that again. When we do our Passover, we look to get out of here. We look for that hell to come, so we can get in our heaven. Y'all looking past the hell and already think you in your heaven, man. That's why it says up in 2 Corinthians 11 in 26, it says something about false brethren, man. You know, so
hey. If you're really comfortable on this side, then you've already received your consolation.
That's right.
So, what's next?
That's right, yeah. It says, it says, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice. See? And that it might depart from me. You got to ask the Heavenly Father. You got to constantly pray that the Lord get those calamities off you, of course. Because you don't want to deal. Who want to deal with hell, Allah?
But don't bitch out at it.
We don't bitch out at it though, Khan. It says.
It reminds me of that scene in that first Mummy movie where they were they're all waiting on the line. They had the rifles and everything, and then the enemies were coming on their horses. Nobody even shot a fire yet, and one of the guys threw down his gun and started running.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to be caught out there like that.
It says, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Keep reading.
For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
My grace is sufficient for thee. The fact that you've gotten this knowledge and you've been given the opportunity to go out and preach this word and have a chance of being the elect is enough. I mean, as the Most High said, I can raise up rocks to preach my word. So we're just worms compared to that. You just got to be humble and remember that you could fall out at any moment.
Right.
And just the fact that you've been given the opportunity is enough. By us doing this job, we're only doing our job. We're not doing anything. We're doing something special. We're doing a great work, but we're doing what we're expected to be doing.
That's right. That's right. It says,
For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
That's right.
Like Pharaoh, for instance, the Most High built him up just to take him down, just to show his power. Right. We're at the lowest estate right now. We're the prophets of the Most High. In the kingdom, we're going to be at the top. So naturally, right now, we'd be at the bottom. People are laughing at us, mocking us, our countrymen, the heathens, all that, just so we can get that big W at the end. Esau's getting built up just to get taken down, because once we're in that estate, we're going to see the strength of the Most High made perfect through his weakness. These men over here, these rough-looking men, these Bumalites, these are the new masters of the universe.
That's right. It says, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities.
Read that part one more time.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities.
Point blank, period.
That the power of Mashiach Yahweh Shah may rest upon me. Because if I could say, didn't Yahweh Shah had to deal with plenty of infirmities? What was that main infirmity, man? Getting put on that cross. For you, man. So you don't think that you had to deal with infirmities, with calamities, with all different type of manners of evil coming upon you?
The servant is not greater than his master.
There we go.
He was up there, beaten beyond recognition, naked, having people mocking at him, spitting at him. And what did he do?
He took it.
He took it.
He took it.
And that's why he's the son of the Most High.
Yeah, it is. 2 Timothy 2 and 3.
Personal favorite of mine.
It says, that thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach. As Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
The servant is not greater than his master. It's our duty as the soldiers of Hamashiach to follow orders and endure until the end. Make sure the mission gets complete. That's our only purpose.
The Lord told us in Romans, the 12th chapter, to serve our body up as a living sacrifice. Didn't he say that? So if we got to serve our body up as a living sacrifice, that means that there's specific things that we have to do to put ourselves in that position. And the Heavenly Father and His Son has given us that permission. And we got to do that. It's a good soldier. Hey, man, at the end of the day, man, we just flesh and blood, man. The only thing makes us who we are is the fact that the blood inside us is Israelite blood, man. And we need to be thankful for that. And what the Heavenly Father has given us is the Spirit, man. Beyond that Israelite blood, we got the Spirit too. So we have become those good soldiers, man. Because the Lord allowed us to be those good soldiers. And His Son giving us an understanding, man.
Hey, what does it say? There's an Israel of the Most High, and which shows there's a clear difference even among Israel.
That's right.
And John told the Pharisees, it's like, just because Abraham's your father doesn't mean that you're all good. So just revel in the opportunity and the gift you've been given. Right. Just to be able to see these prophecies, to read this book. Read these books, understand what you're reading, and then see it come to pass right before you. It is more than sufficient. The grace is sufficient enough.
Sure. Because, hey, I guarantee you one thing. When that kingdom come, you ain't going to complain. When that kingdom come, we ain't going to hear a word from nobody, man.
Can you imagine? Anything you say goes. There's going to be like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, no, we can't do it. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Right now. But I can't wait to see it.
And the one thing I always think about is the brother that had the vision of when he was in the kingdom. He said he was flying through the sky and he could see all of Israel in good estate. But when they saw him, everybody bowed. It was like, that's one of them.
Woo.
And you know Jake wants to be a superhero.
Man,
growing
what?
up watching Dragon Ball Z, watching the X-Men,
That's right.
watching Superman and all that. Jake always playing around in his mind,
Avengers,
being a badass. And to you brothers out there that have been given the opportunity, you actually have a chance to be all that and then more.
That's right, Hakim.
To be crowned by Yahushua himself, the Son of the Most High.
That's right. And we should take that very serious. That's why I said, I'm gonna read that again. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warrant entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Taking your hand off the plow and looking back, having all these calamities befall you, and then it's like, I can't take it anymore.
I'm so sad.
You having your pants sagging off your ass because you don't have a belt, walking away all ashamed, and just having what football take you out of this truth.
I'm so nervous. You think my boss gonna see me out here? He be on Canal Street too.
And fuck your boss.
Fuck your boss, man.
You up your woman's ass, having her take you out, your kids, anything that will get you entangled in this world. You're giving up that, which I like to look at it like this. Everything we have in this world is used.
It is.
Nothing brand new. Jake's never gotten anything brand new. It's all used.
Well, the homes that we been lived in before, the women that we have sex with have had sex before.
Your kids don't respect you like on that level. The money you get, you don't even get like the freight, even though FRN note it and
Hands
anything.
been on that money already.
You don't get it right off the printing press. Even the gold you buy, some asshole's been doing something to it.
Right, rubbed all their butt on it, man. It says that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
That he may please him,
Man.
enduring like a good soldier, not taking your hand off the plow.
Man.
And as a lot of brothers keep saying, that ultimate test for some brothers is going to be whether you're going to be put, if you get put in a situation where you're going to have to lose your life for your truth, what are you going to do? Nobody can say what they're going to do in that situation. We can all speculate what we're going to do, but you don't know how the Spirit's going to be dealing with you until then. But you might as well just make your calling and election sure now, just so you can build up that spirit to endure that great test that may befall you.
Amen. The objective is to constantly, man, continue saying, Lord willing, man. Ask the Lord, if it's his will, please get me past it, man. Whatever it is that you see fit for me to do, hey, it's your will.
Because every brother, we haven't gotten to the real nitty gritty yet, and every brother in this truth's been at those moments to where they feel like, is the Most High dealing with me?
Right.
Like you just feel, one day you could feel like on the top of the world, and then the next day you could feel like you're in the gutter, like you're just beaten and defeated. But what do you do in that situation? That's the key point. Do you gird up your loins like a man? Like a man of Yahushua HaMashiach, enduring like a good soldier?
Or you're going to be a little bitch.
Because we're getting trained to be kings and priests and rulers.
Right.
Rulers are not just this planet, but infinity.
Infinity. Many mansions. It says Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
You shall be brought before kings and counselors and governors, and be beaten in the synagogues as a witness before these Gentiles for my sake. Right. Fear not what you will say in that day, because I will put it in your mouth to speak. But the only thing you can do is just endure to make sure the Most High is dealing with you like that in that day.
That's right, man. We got to have that I'm willing to die spirit too. Because Esau could probably, the Lord may try us, Through Esau, he may have a brother get put in a position where
he will try.
He will try us. I'm just saying, but he may have a brother get beaten to death, man. And all the brothers may see this, and we can't chicken out, man.
Hey, what happened in Maccabees? with the 7 brothers.
That's right.
Each brother had to watch his brother get a more painful death than him.
That's right. And you gotta, like I said, you gotta have that spirit of, I'm willing to die. Because if you don't, man, you're gonna lose.
And you could see their mother's wisdom, that woman being wisdom, telling them endure until the end.
That's right, man.
Like a good soldier, pushing them on. When they got their members cut off and they got put in that fire pan.
Moms wasn't like, man, go ahead eat that pork. Go ahead eat that.
And it was such a, the Edomites nowadays don't know what a real man was, and back then you would think they did. But the king was begging him. He's like, look, let me stop. He couldn't take it in his spirit. He's like, this boy is enduring. Like, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Just take something from me.
That's a very, very beautiful account, man. To read and to have a visual of these men dying for something greater than themselves, man.
So much that their enemies were begging them not to die. Can you imagine that? With all the hell Esau puts on the average Jake, for an Edomite who was a king to beg his enemy to take his treasures and wealth from him, because he couldn't even endure seeing this boy stand like a man.
Exactly.
That gets your spirit.
It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
That just means like a perfect amount of tribulation.
It said, but be thou faithful unto death. You gotta have that I'm ready to die spirit, man. What do you think be faithful unto death? Be thou faithful unto death mean? Continue to have the spirit of the Heavenly Father cover you, man. Even when you're about to be put in a very detrimental situation.
Where it seems like there's no way out.
Or it seems like no way out.
Hey, there's something they like to say in the world. It's like, how does a man know when he has courage? When he's afraid? What does he do when he's afraid? That's the true sign of what courage is. Right, man.
Adversity will get the best out of you. It'll either get the best or the worst out of you.
You see somebody's real character come out.
Adversity is a fucking life changer. It says, and this is where it is. This is where it's at. And I will give you a crown of life, and I will give thee a crown of life.
You will give me the close off in Revelation 20 and 4.
All right.
I will give thee a crown of life. Point blank period. On that day, Yahweh willing, this brother and myself and all the brothers in our camps, all the brothers that are sincere make it to it. There's gonna be that day where I like to imagine it's gonna be like a golden infrastructure. You're going to have all the angels. There's going to be a long row in the middle with angels on each side blowing the trumpets. You're going to hear bells ringing outside. Yahweh Shai is going to be at the front. The brothers that endured are just going to walk along that long aisle and then get on the knee. Yahweh Shai is going to lay that crown on your head.
Man.
There's going to be some electricity going in between your hair and that crown.
That's what you call visuals. The visual or the vision of that, man, is beyond understanding. You know,
I'm just thinking with like a man's mind.
Right.
How Big Brother is gonna make it for the men that endure is gonna be like we wouldn't be able to see with these human eyes. We need those spiritual eyes. They might burn out of our head like that chick in Indiana Jones.
Because we long for it to be in that moment. That moment, man, it's even hard to express, man. That moment would be
it's like Paul when he went to the third heaven. It's like things a man can't utter is what I saw.
Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
They didn't take their hand off the plow. They endured like a good soldier, and they didn't let the cares of this world take them out of the way. Because best believe, if you're put in this situation, it's going to be terrifying. You're going to have soldiers with machine guns.
Yep.
You're going to see that guillotine right there, and you're going to see the man with that needle. It's like, look, you may have been tortured beforehand, and it's like, look, we're going to make this end all now. We even give you a million points on your chip if you just take it. What are you going to do?
Fuck that money. And fuck America and fuck honestly, you're going to have to tell them, fuck you. It says, because this is what you truly want.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
That's right, man. This is what you really want, Jake. You're like having a chip with unlimited amount of coins. Like, you're not going to be no ruler. You can fuck all these worthless hoes. You could have all these worthless cars. You could do all these worthless things, man. But you're not going to be no ruler. You always going to have a man telling you what you can and what you cannot do. Is that what you really want?
That baby boy spirit.
That's right,
hey,
man.
What's this saying? A man dies one death, but a coward dies 1,000 deaths.
The only person I want telling me to do what it is that I want to do is my power, man. The one that created me, man.
Hey, we're going to be joint heirs. It's going to be the Most High at the top, then Yahushua, then King David, then 12 apostles, then the rest of the 144,000 after that, then the 1/3 under us, and everything under is going to be an order. But you're going to feel like a man, a ruler. You're going to, for the first time, be like, I can...
Man, the Lord is going to give us full dominion over everything, man. Because we're going to, once again, we're going to be in pure order. Pure order is going to be around the whole earth, man. And we're going to have it flowing through us like our blood, you know?
We're literally going to be rivers of living water flowing from us. And like a lot of, I even think about it, having lands and women and castles and everything, but we're going to never be able to go off again. We're going to have a full understanding of these scriptures, and it's going to be pure in the spirit.
Can you imagine being in your youth, in your strength forever? Never getting older, never dying. Man, that's beyond understanding right there. Eating the best food.
And you won't even need to eat.
You won't
eat because you just like the way food tastes.
Hey, you just gonna be up in there laughing like an old man that lived all his days feeling good, man.
With all his children around him.
Right, man.
His grandchildren and all that.
You know?
Got that one little last.
I got you. It says, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach, Yahushua, 1,000 years.
Do you understand? To be the first fruits of rulership in that first 1,000 years of putting everything back in order. That's an honor.
Woo.
That's an honor. You get to, this world, if we're of that number, that we helped create at the beginning, are going to help rebuild it after seeing it live in such desolation for so long.
That's a pleasure.
That's something, it's a pleasure. It's something worth enduring to.
That's right.
So you brothers out there, just always remember the gift you've been given. We can't say it enough. We can't even think it enough. Because, again, when everybody gets weak, they get those moments of feeling like, is the Most High dealing with us? But those are the moments when you're really getting your spirit tried and to show whether you're girding up your loins like a man. Do you have anything to say?
No, I got everything. Everything has been given out.
So with that, we hope you sincere Akim out there were edified and that you endure until the end. And as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.